The whisper before the storm. Something feels different today, doesn't it? Maybe you've been sensing it for days now. A strange stillness, like time has slowed just a little. The world keeps moving, but something in your chest keeps whispering. Pause, watch, feel. Your dreams might have taken a surreal turn lately. Vivid, cinematic, soaked in symbols you can't quite explain. Maybe you've caught yourself staring out the window longer than usual, feeling like you're waiting for something you can't name. That's not random. Today, April 15th, the cosmos is not just putting on a light show. It's aligning with intent. 4 planetary giants, Neptune, Mercury, Saturn, and Venus, are forming a rare line across the morning sky. But this isn't about stargazing. It's a cosmic ignition, a hidden frequency, a spiritual pulse calling out to those who are quiet, enough to hear it. This isn't a mass awakening. It's not for everyone. It's for the ones who felt off lately for no clear reason, the ones who dream before they understand, the ones who've been carrying a quiet knowing their whole lives. So if today feels strange, even sacred, if you feel like something invisible is brushing past your skin or tugging at your heart, you're not imagining it. You're tuning in. Because today isn't just another Monday. It's the moment the universe leans in and whispers, "Are you ready to remember why you're here?" And if you're still enough to feel it, that whisper might just change everything. Section 1. This is not chaos. It's a cosmic signal. Early this morning, if you stepped outside around 5:30 a.m., just before the sun fully broke the horizon, you would have seen something rare. No, not a meteor shower or a blazing comet, just 4 planets quietly aligned across the sky. Neptune, Mercury, Saturn, and Venus, suspended in a silent straight line, like a cosmic code written just for those paying attention. But here's the thing. This isn't just astronomy. It's not just a pretty pattern for telescopes and stargazers. This is a message, a signal, and it's not meant for everyone. This alignment isn't about light. It's about frequency. It's not something to watch with your eyes, but to feel in your bones. Each of these planets has been playing a role behind the curtain of your life. Neptune, the dreamer, governs illusions, intuition, and the subconscious. If your dreams have felt more like films than fragments lately, that's Neptune whispering. Mercury, the communicator, deals with thoughts, words, clarity, and the stories we tell ourselves. If your inner dialogue has been louder or stranger than usual, that's not coincidence. Saturn, the architect, represents structure, responsibility, and the long-haul lessons your soul came here to learn. It's the slow teacher, always watching, always recording. Venus, the mirror, reflects your values, not what you say you want, but what you actually invest your energy in. It watches where your heart really goes when no one's looking. Today, these 4 archetypes didn't just show up. They lined up like an invisible council meeting in the sky. And when that happens, something stirs. Not an ending, not a conclusion, but an opening. You may feel like something has quietly clicked into place, like a lock turning without a key. The energy isn't chaotic, it's concentrated, and it's coming through like a radio frequency that only certain souls are tuned into. If you've been feeling like you're between chapters, like you've been rewiring from the inside out, this is why. Because today isn't just another date. On the calendar, it's a cosmic transmission, and the dial just turned to your frequency. This is not a coincidence, it's a calling. Section 2. The portal opens. Not for all, but for you. Today isn't about everyone, and that's the secret most people won't tell you. When we hear about cosmic events, eclipses, full moons, planetary alignments, we tend to imagine them as big sweeping moments for the whole world, something loud, something obvious. But the truth is, some signals aren't meant for the masses. Some are like whispers in a crowded room. Only those who are truly listening can hear them. This morning's alignment isn't a mass awakening. It's a targeted transmission, an energetic ping sent to those who are already on the edge of remembering. And if you've felt strange lately, like time's been skipping beats, like your dreams have turned into full-length feature films, like your heart is receiving messages before your mind can make sense of them, then this signal was meant for you. Maybe you've felt an invisible hand tugging at your attention. Maybe you've been waking up with phrases in your head you didn't fall asleep with. Or maybe you've been standing in the same room you always do, but something in the air feels different. That's not your imagination. That's alignment. You're not being weird. You're being activated. There's no giant light show outside your window, no fireworks, no divine messenger appearing in the sky. Because this portal doesn't open out there. It opens inside you, and that's why not everyone will notice. This isn't about what's happening in the world. It's about what's shifting inside your soul. The call is subtle. The signal is quiet. But if you've been living in the in-between, between past and future, between who you were and who you're becoming, then today might be the doorway you didn't even know you were waiting for. Don't look around for confirmation. Look within. Because while others scroll through their feed or chase the noise, you're feeling something stir in your chest that has no name yet. And that's how the real portals open, not with noise, but with a knowing. Section 3. Neptune. The lie that sets you free. Not everything that feels wrong is a mistake, and not every lie is meant to deceive. Today, Neptune is in position. The master illusionist of the cosmos, the planet that governs dreams, intuition, fantasy, and confusion, is doing what it does best, bending reality. But before you try to anchor yourself in logic, hear this. Neptune doesn't lie to trick you. It lies to set you free. That confusion you've been feeling, the strange shifts in your thoughts, the moments when your emotions spike out of nowhere, or you suddenly feel like crying without a cause, that's not dysfunction. It's design. Neptune's energy works like a fog. It rolls in silently, distorts the edges, and softens what once felt solid. And while that might seem disorienting, it's not here to harm you. It's here to disconnect you from the simulation, the old belief systems, the survival scripts, the versions of you built for safety, not truth. It's here to unhook you. That sense of uncertainty that's been lingering in your chest, that's not something to fix. That's the door. The disorientation? That's the map. We've been taught to run from confusion, to label it as weakness or failure. But today, Neptune reminds us, sometimes the lie is the only way the truth can sneak past your defenses. So if today feels surreal, if you find yourself second-guessing everything, if the world feels too quiet or too loud, if people seem like actors reading from someone else's script, pause. Don't fight it. Don't rush to explain it. Feel it. Because Neptune doesn't want your analysis. It wants your surrender. It wants you to navigate the fog not with logic, but with something older. Your inner compass, your gut, your knowing. You may not understand what's happening right now, and that's okay. Today isn't here to make sense. It's here to help you remember how to trust what doesn't make sense yet. Let the uncertainty move through you. Let the illusion shake loose what you thought was unshakable. Because when Neptune lies, your soul hears poetry, and that's how freedom begins. Section 4. Venus. The mirror of true value today. Venus is watching, but not in the way you might expect. Forget the soft glow of romance, the flowers, the poetry. Venus isn't here as the goddess of love and beauty. Not this time. She's here as a mirror, and she's holding it up to your life with quiet precision. She's not asking what you say you care about. She's watching what you actually feed. Where does your energy go when no one's watching? What are you really investing your time, your emotion, your focus into, day after day, hour by hour? Because that's the real you. Not the vision board, not the affirmation, not the things you post about. What you water is what grows, and Venus sees it all. In this alignment, Venus moves like a scanner, gently yet powerfully reflecting back the truth of your energetic allegiance. And what she finds? That becomes the signature you carry into what comes next. This isn't judgment. It's just resonance. If you've been quietly building something sacred, something that no one's validated or even seen yet, this might be the moment the universe finally recognizes the frequency you've been living. But if you've been giving your energy to fear, to chaos, to comparison or control, Venus doesn't look away from that either. She simply amplifies what's already there. That's her magic and her challenge. She doesn't care what story you're telling. She cares about the pattern you're living, and today, she's not asking for declarations. She's asking for alignment. So take a moment. Look at where your love actually flows. Trace your energy like you would trace a map. Where does it lead? What does it serve? Because today, Venus isn't weighing your heart with a scale. She's weighing it with your attention. And whatever it lands on, whatever you've been loyal to in the quiet, that's what this next chapter will be built from. This isn't punishment, it's reflection. And it's happening whether you notice it or not. Section 5. Saturn. The gatekeeper of the initiated. Most people think of Saturn as the stern teacher, the one who shows up to test your limits, deliver hard lessons, or remind you of everything you haven't done right. But not today. Today, Saturn isn't testing you, it's passing you through. This isn't a punishment phase. This is the recognition phase, the part of the story where the universe doesn't ask for more proof, it simply checks your resonance. If you've been walking the quiet path, doing the inner work no one sees, showing up for your healing, choosing truth over comfort, keeping your integrity even when no one's clapping, then this alignment isn't here to challenge you, it's here to grant you access. And the signs won't be flashy. You won't get a certificate in the mail or a spotlight on your name. Instead, you might feel something subtle but unmistakable. A sudden peace, even when your circumstances haven't changed. A perfect alignment of events that feels too orchestrated. To be random, a pause in time, like the world took a breath and you were inside it. These are the cues, not of reward, but of permission. Because Saturn sees what others miss. It knows the long game. It watches the slow, honest choices, the ones that don't pay off immediately but are built to last. And when the time is right, it doesn't make noise. It opens the gate. Not for everyone, but for those who have been preparing in silence. So if today feels oddly calm, if a strange synchronicity hits you in the middle of an ordinary moment, if time feels elastic, like something sacred is stretching across it, don't ignore. That's Saturn tagging you in. Not loudly, but deliberately. And no, it's not because you were perfect. It's because you were true. This is not a reward. It's a quiet nod from the universe that says, you've done the work. You're ready, step through. Section 6. The new frequency. You're not imagining it. You don't need to see lightning bolts to know a storm is coming. And you don't need flashing signs from the sky to know something inside you has shifted. Today's alignment carries a frequency, a new one. But it doesn't scream. It hums. It doesn't demand attention. It waits for recognition. And if you've been sensing something unusual lately, you're not losing it. You're tuning in. Maybe you've noticed it in your dreams, strangely vivid, full of symbols that feel too precise to be random. Maybe a stranger said something that hit deeper than they realized. Or maybe you caught yourself feeling nostalgia for a place you've never been. That's the signal, not broadcasted to the world, but sent directly to you. This isn't the kind of moment the world headlines. This is the kind of shift only a few will notice. Those who've been living in the quiet, in the in-between. Those who've been the background characters in everyone else's story. Until now. Because today, something is calling you forward. And no, it doesn't come with instructions. It comes with resonance. A pull in your chest, a flicker in your intuition. A phrase that echoes without context. Don't try to decode it. This isn't about understanding. You're not meant to interpret the code. You're meant to respond to it. This is ancient technology, soul technology. It speaks not to the mind, but to the part of you that remembers things you were never taught. And if today feels slightly off, too quiet, too perfect, too surreal, lean in. You might find yourself drawn to someone, someplace, or something without knowing why. Follow that. Because this frequency doesn't shout. It aligns. It reorganizes your path based on who you've become when no one was watching. You don't need proof. You don't need permission. You just need to recognize the hum in your soul that says, "This is it. I've been waiting for this." It's not imagination. It's alignment. And it's happening right now. Conclusion. The mirror has opened today wasn't the answer. It was the mirror. April 15th didn't arrive to explain everything. It arrived to reflect, to show you the frequency you've truly been living, not the one you've been trying to project. And maybe, just maybe, that's why things have felt different, quieter, deeper, a little more alive beneath the surface. If something stirred in you today, something strange, beautiful, or unexplainably real, take that as a sign. You've been marked. Not because you shouted the loudest or did the most, but because you were ready, and the energy knew where to find you. This portal isn't something you chase, it's something you notice. You don't have to decode the message or earn the invitation. You simply have to step into it. So let this be your gentle reminder. Take a walk, write down your dreams, sit with the stillness, let the symbols speak. Because the portal that opened today, it's not in the stars, it's in you. And if you're quiet enough, present enough, willing enough, you'll feel it. And you'll know. This is the beginning of something you were born to remember.